What's up, guys? It's the director and the Trumpetmonkey.
You guys!
Welcome back to another episode of MUT Force, Mud Force.
What force?
We got some stuff to go over. Well, first off, happy pre-Super Bowl Saturday, dudes. Happy Saturday, right before the Super Bowl. Kind of nuts that we don't have any content in game the day before the big game, dude.
I cannot believe we don't have content today. But I'm holding on. I'm holding on to hope, director, that we are going to be getting content on Super Bowl Sunday itself. And I want to see a limited Super Bowl past, present, and future. Because I think it's a last hurrah, isn't it? It's the last chance to get a rookie premiere, or is it already over? It was January I don't know.
I think the last possible opportunity is during the NFL Honors, which is tonight, by the way, on NFL Network. It's our version of the Academy Awards, of the Oscars, and all that stuff. I love it. I'll sit down with a cup of coffee and enjoy, and we'll get to see who's coming into MUT via the NFL Honors. And I think that's the last opportunity we have for rookie premieres. But I also do think we should be getting something, if not tonight, tomorrow, for the Super Bowl, and we'll go over that in this week's content. Which, speaking of Trumpetmonkey, why don't you let the good people at home know what to expect in this week's episode of Mud Force?
Tonight on Mud Force with the director and Trumpetmonkey, we break down all of the content from the last week and a half. Sorry about not being here, guys. And we have a look at Trumpetmonkey's Budget Beast Squad. Oh, back to you, director.
Let's freaking go. Excited to see the new Budget B Squad. It's been a minute. I don't know what they are, so I'm excited to see and react to what he's chosen. And with that, let's get into this week's content. All right, Trumpetmonkey, let's start with some more of these Super Bowl present stuff that we're getting for the Super Bowl promo. Again, before we break these down, you take a look at the promo itself. It looks like it's been stretched out in similar fashion as the Christmas promo, where we got like ghosts of past, future, and present. So we've got the past and the present. I think the future needs to be coming very soon.
I completely agree, bro. I'm a little bit shocked they didn't do future, only because it's such, well, yet, okay? We're not throwing shade either. By the way, like, I like also being kept guessing, so if they don't do future, I can live with that, because then, like, you just get excited the next time they do drop a future. I also have a sneaking suspicion we're going to get an all-rookie. I feel like an all-rookie kind of team type of promo is going to be coming as well, with some, like, 95s.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, I have a feeling. We don't know anything. But no, I think it's been a win as far as the promo is concerned. I think from literally playing solos, you've been able to get yourself a 95 past and a 96 future, and that's bloody awesome. You've also been able to get, I guess, like Playhouse rules, which is great.
I hear that the new, I haven't had time to play them yet, but I hear people are loving the new house rules formula they're doing, where you can't be spamming the same play over and over and over again. I think a lot of players have been wanting to see something like that for a while.
So good.
I've seen people on Reddit saying, let's keep this mode permanently, because it forces people to go outside their comfort zone when it comes to play calling, which I think is awesome. But one more thing to reinforce the future thing, the Super Bowl future stuff. You take a look at some of the stars and stuff in the objectives for the Super Bowl. We currently are like 100 short of being able to get the final goal that's set on the objectives for the Super Bowl solo. So I'm thinking that we should be getting at least one more part of this. It should come day of Super Bowl. It'd be weird if it came after the Super Bowl, but we're crossing our fingers that we're getting one last drop with potential players and potential teams going to the Super Bowl in the future. And that can include almost anybody. I think almost anybody but the Dolphins, the Browns, maybe the Jags. We'll see.
Dude, but here's the thing. Rookie premieres, it still need an upgrade, okay? Obviously, the wee fellow from Arizona, so we definitely need, oh my God, I can't remember his name. How am I forgetting this guy's name?
Kyler Murray.
Thank you, Kyler Murray. TJ Hawkinson. How am I remembering his name? Tight end from the Lions. All right. But Matt Patricia as a Lions looking good. I think the Dolphins look good as well. And then Quinnen Williams from the Jets, man.
I think that we're going to see maybe two really good like last second upgrades via the NFL Honors promo. And you're going to find out tonight if you got more rookie premieres coming in. I think that the rookie offensive player of the year is going to be Kyler Murray. or Jacobs.
Don't even. It's gonna be Josh Jacobs. It's happening, all right?
I think it's gonna be Kyler Murray. If I'm putting money on it, I think Kyler Murray is gonna take Offensive Rookie of the Year. And again, if I'm putting money on it, I'm gonna put the Defensive Rookie of the Year on Nick Bosa, and that would provide 98 overalls free of charge if you got your rookie premieres done last season within maybe a couple of weeks. I like in the past they put like these limited drops of the NFL honors cards, like they would spread it out over a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that they don't do that this year, that it's one drop because it's not that many cards, but they're probably going to do that. Either way,
it's probably not going to come into the game until Monday as well. Remember that.
There is a chance.
Maybe. Yeah, Monday,
there
Tuesday.
is a chance, and I don't want to tick anybody off, but there is a chance that they don't drop these cards until after the date that rookie premieres can be updated, the final day. So it wouldn't count as free cards towards your rookie premiere, which would kind of blow. I think the all finale of rookie premiere should be, do these players reach, rookie defensive player of the year or offensive player of the year? And if they do, you're rewarded with a 98 overall at that time.
Oof. I hope you are wrong.
Do you remember if last year we got 98 overalls with players that reached the rookie status?
Okay, here is the exact text. You can do this on your rookie premiere on the Xbox if you want. MUT 20 rookie premiere ratings will be updated to match the best version when a new edition is released through February. Chemistry will not update.
Through February.
That's what it says. So
February included.
Or we will riot. But anyway, let's move on, bro. Let's look at these cards.
Let's look at these cards. You guys let us know your thoughts on rookie premieres down below. If you remember, if we got those 98 NFL honors cards. With that, let's get into the Super Bowl stuff. Tyrann Mathieu, our limited yesterday. Saw a lot of people pulling this guy. A lot of Cardinals fans super excited to pull this guy. He looks pretty good, but Tyrann Mathieu's always had the problem of height. And in Madden, unfortunately, especially at safety, that could be a problem. Yeah. Strong safety, maybe not as much if he's playing deep. As a user, I'd be a little worried with a 5'9" player. But Tillman's been great this year as well. He's like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. And he's just been making those jump interceptions. So maybe Tyrann Mathieu's the same way. Other than that, stat-wise, he's pretty good everywhere else, especially if you power him up. 90 hit power, 91 zone, 93 man. He's solid.
Really good. He is really, really solid. I've seen him obviously at 99 overall and looking superb on some teams, and seen some images out there of that. I mean, like it's a nice item too, man. Like, and I think he's gonna have a good game. I hope he does. What a freaking Super Bowl it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be really, really fun. So,
who are you rooting for, Super Bowl wise?
Man, I want to see Sherman get another ring, but at the same time, I want to see our division win it. And those Chiefs fans have been like 50 years without a bloody Super Bowl. Like,
it's true.
Damn.
It's tough for me to stomach Super Bowl winners again from the AFC West. Last time being the Broncos, this time maybe the Chiefs. But I'm definitely rooting for the 49ers. I have a lot of fans in Utah like the 49ers.
Here's the thing, like, if you're gonna be a Chiefs fan who's a jerk, which again we do happen to come across, unfortunately, who just cap at you for no reason, then this could be karma coming back to get you if you get the L, right? Maybe. So, like, this is why I never really talk crap to any fans.
It's an interesting dynamic because I've noticed, and Chiefs fans, I apologize in advance, I've noticed some snarkiness from the Kansas City Chiefs players, a bit of a cockiness to them. So we'll see if that's enough to take them all the way, get themselves a ring. They've earned the right to be a little bit obnoxious.
Of course.
Or if it bites them in the butt, and the Niners' humility comes in and wins the big game too. So we'll have to wait and see. But Tyrann Mathieu, good item.
But there's been some trash talk from those Niners players too. Nothing wrong with a bit of confidence. I get it. I'm just saying, like, Chiefs fans better be nice next year no matter what. Don't turn into the Pats fans.
No, don't
win 6 Super Bowls and feel like they have to be jerks. Like,
we had our punishment from the Patriots for so long. We want humble, good leaders of the NFL when it comes to Super Bowls and status. So anyway, let's get into the veterans that came out earlier this week too. The last week of veterans, heavyweights, and flashbacks, and they're going to cap it off with Charles Clay and Trent Murphy. What do you think? I heard on the stream they mentioned that this is currently the best tight end for the Cardinals and for the Bills.
Yeah, but look, what I would have loved to seen them do is actually, and I already gave this feedback to the team in EA, was like a final veterans flashbacks heavyweight signature MasterCard that was like one card and spent a 96 overall. And with these veterans, I would have loved to have seen him give like all 32 team camps or something like that.
Yeah, so similar to the Kurt Warner, that would have been kind of nice.
Yeah, it's an okay item. We can move on.
Yeah. Same thing with Trent Murphy. 79 speed, no. 90 power move, okay. Other than that, not great. And that's going to be the last thing we see this year of the veterans program for Madden 20.
Kind of ended like they started, I guess.
Yeah, it's hopefully next season there's a bit of rework done with the veterans program. They took a step in the right direction by letting us put any team chemistry we want on these guys. Cool. Take it a step further and make them usable in the game, is what I'm going to say there. Signature series, Stephon Diggs and Marshawn Lattimore. Let's start with Stephon Diggs here.
Way better final six series. Why? Because they're 95s, right? And this Stephon Diggs is so nice. I mean, look at those stats, mate. Like enough said. That's really great. Fast enough on a power up, and then definitely with that +1 speed from a Vikes like 25 out of 50 theme team. Like this is a dynamite
fairly
card
decent
right
slot receiver in my opinion. Outside, if you can get him on like on a theme team, you can get him up to 97 speed on a theme team with all the proper chems and stuff. That's great on the outside,
which is awesome.
Yeah, so he's a good item. The standout for Sigs this week, however, was definitely for me Marshawn Lattimore. You remember at the beginning of the game, we got a free Marshawn Lattimore via solos. He was an 85 overall, and he stood out on a lot of people's teams. He was really, really good. And same thing can be said for this new card: 95 speed, 94 man, 88 zone. All this stuff easily upgradable via chemistries and stuff like that. This is a nice card. And on top of that, 93 jump is actually pretty impressive too. You got to keep an eye on those, playmaking attributes as well.
He's solid, man. He's got the MUT force factor. We know that. Like he was awesome at the beginning of the year. Like that was such a nice item, like to take, and we were kind of pumped. And you had a corner for like the first month of MUT that you didn't need to do anything like about. So this is really good, actually. Like I felt like the Sigs they nailed. Yeah. I didn't hate the veterans, by the way. Like, those were two good veterans, but like. Still, these
the stats on those cards definitely leave a sour taste in your mouth sometimes. But Marshawn Lattimore's good. He reminds me of kind of like the zone version of Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
So he's a nice card. He's a very, very nice card. Let's move on to the Super Bowl present drop, the first drop that we got last week. Some really good items in here. Let's take a look at some of the players that were included in this. We'll start with Tyreek Hill up here at the top. You know what you're getting out of Tyreek Hill. You're getting that master speed. You're getting the biggest advantage speed-wise you can get out of a wide receiver in the game.
He is so good as well, man. Like, it's not even close how awesome he is. He's like... So, I played a dude who ran purely like Wildcat. Like, that's it. He ran Wildcat with Tyreek Hill. And
Who gets human joystick, I think.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it works. And I got to tell you, like, kick returns, he's awesome. And getting him the ball in space, like a bubble screen or something like that, mate, that's all you want to do. Like, I'm eyeing him. Like, I think it's great. I'm going to hold back a tiny bit. But, like, I'm eyeing him, man. Like, if I can get him on the cheap or something, then fantastic, I
think he's at a point, too, where a lot of people, which, by the way, we finished our Madden collectible, our final Madden collectibles. So we got the +1 speed. So if you're like me and you've got that collectible done and like Trumpetmonkey, then you can just pick up this guy. I think he's like 400K right now on Xbox. Don't worry about putting on the sprinter and stuff like that. You'll have 99 speed. That's really all you want.
Yeah.
Excellent item. This is the first sneak peek look at what we're going to start looking for in wide receivers from here on out. You're going to want 97, 98, 99 speed on most guys because we're stepping into that off-season phase of Madden where this is kind of the format that you want for a good wide receiver.
This is the new meta, definitely. But look, he's gnarly, man, and he works. The human joystick works, man. So like you can't complain. Chiefs fans be happy, NFL fans be happy. Get him in your lineup, man. Especially like I think if you were like it just became available to everybody on the Origin Vault. So like try and get this dude straight away if you're ripping bundles.
Oh
man.
Yeah. I want you guys to pay attention to that too. If you're brand new to the game, you stumbled on here on MUT Force for whatever reason, what we're coming up at the end of the show with the budget beast is going to be very relevant to you guys. But speaking of Chiefs wide receivers, Sammy Watkins coming in as a 96 overall. Doesn't have a power up, so he's kind of limited to what you can get him speed wise, maybe a 94 or 93 or 95 speed on a Chiefs theme team. But my goodness, you Chiefs fans, you've got some of the best wide receiver and quarterback and tight end talent in the game. When Marcus Allen comes out, you have a complete offense that you can destroy people with on head to head. 93 speed, which is okay. 94 catch, 91 in traffic, 94 spec, and then fantastic route running across the board. This is an excellent slot receiver, in my opinion.
Definitely. Really nice item.
Very, very nice. And then Chiefs, once again, we're going to go through all the Chiefs players first. Chris Jones. Again, his stats always kind of confuse people. The best trait, power move at 95, and then finesse at 87, block shed at 88. He has the MUT Force factor, though, which is the big thing. Again, we don't know if MUT Force factor comes through traits, player traits and stuff you'll find on MUT Head, but he just gets the job done no matter what his stats at every phase of the game. So I think Chris Jones is an excellent add. He's going to be overlooked by a lot of people.
He's awesome. He just crushes the box. So yeah, really, really solid item. You can't go wrong. On the flip side, we're going to get to him, Buckner. It's like all about what you want, man, whether you want finesse or power move. But man, Chris Jones just annihilates on both the rush and the pass defensive side. So it's really, really good.
Such a good item. Next up, we got Mitchell Schwartz, I believe, right tackle. He's got some of the best pass protection you're going to find in a card right now, but his run blocking is pretty atrocious. So you have to be a pretty selective player. I eyed him because I'm mainly a passer in Madden 20, but most people are going to look at the run block and be like, oh, how am I going to run stretch over and over and over with these stats on my right tackle?
Well, let me tell you, I had a sneaking suspicion. I've long said that the Legends tackles and O-linemen are really, really balanced when it comes to pass and run, right?
Yeah.
And we've always kind of like poo-pooed on these current players because like you're getting one or the other, really good at run or really, really good at pass, right? But I can tell you, I got this guy for free, and I was like, I got limited Runyon at right tackle, 98 overall powered up. I put in Schwartz, 98 overall powered up. No difference whatsoever in the run game. The run meta is so OP this year. It doesn't really matter who you have out there.
They just need to be in the way for like half a second.
That's it. And actually, believe it or not, the only complaint I have about Schwartz is I watched him get absolutely demolished at pass blocking. I have no idea why, man. It's just like he did that thing a couple of times in one game. It was on stream where he's like standing there blocking the air, just letting dudes like run around him. Which he's like doing like he's like dancing.
And it's basically hilarious. Your awareness stat that you're looking for that not to happen, which he has 96 awareness. I don't know what to tell people looking for good pass protection at this point. A lot of people are split on whether protected on quarterbacks even work, but Mitchell Schwartz is a pretty good right tackle. If you're looking for more run block, you can get that statistically, but at the same time, as Trumpetmonkey stated, it might not even matter.
I really don't think it does from usage, guys. So
interesting.
So yeah, we're probably not gonna do these like lower overall ones. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll mention him. Damian Williams, 93 overall. He's okay. Everybody at Fantasy Football drafted this guy way too high. Anthony Hitchens, Brashad Breeland, 88 speed. He's okay. And the rest of these dudes, more of the Chiefs theme team fodder, if you will. So Chiefs theme teams and Niners theme teams. You guys are absolutely stacked. This Niners theme team, we'll get into them right now, is probably the best theme team I've ever seen in the history of Madden.
Good.
And theme teams have only been a thing really for the last, 2 or 3, maybe 4 years tops, 3 years.
Yeah.
So in the 3-year run so far, this is a very, very high bar. On top of all the legends they've got, on top of all the current good players they've got, they're going to the Super Bowl, which means playoffs promo and Super Bowl promo. It's been so good to the Niners this year. Let's start with Richard Sherman, one of my favorite corners in the league. A bit long in the tooth, a bit slow in the game, but you can get that up with the proper chems. 91 speed, but take a look at everything else, man. 97 agility, 98 jump, 98 play rec, 94 man, 99 zone, 98 press. Wow.
Dude, he keeps up with streak specialist 99 speed Randy Moss and Tyreek Hill as long as you're not pressing. in a straight foot race, he can just keep up lockstep just behind them and get the picks. He's been phenomenal. He's 99 overall on my team. I've got him all the way powered up, worth every penny. He's been dynamite.
I'm honestly considering picking this guy up because 95 speed on my team, which is what he would be, is good, I think, even into endgame as your slot cornerback. And I've got all of my power up passes and stuff to do it. So we might re-add Richard Sherman to this squad because my goodness, what a stud. And he'll get a 99 at some point too, so you can bump that speed up maybe to 97, 98.
Do it. He's really, really nice, man.
Good speed on Raheem Mostert is the story with this card. 96 speed, 97 acceleration. This card's a beast. I was hoping to see, and we'll have to take a look at this towards the tail end right before the budget beast. I was hoping he would get a power-up item in Series 5. He did not, but he's still a really good player as well. And I don't know if you know this. I saw this on Reddit or on Twitter or something. He actually played for the Bears as well, and that would give them a really good player if he got a power-up too.
I think he was in the Finns as well at one point, man.
We got to take a look at this guy's history too, because if he gets a power-up, all of a sudden a couple of running back needy teams have a really good option there. And Raheem Mostert, I love backs like this. 5'10", very speedy, really elusive. This is the kind of running back that I want to see on the Chargers when Austin Eckler gets an upgrade.
Fingers crossed, mate. Solid item, I got to tell you. Yeah, power up would be nice. Fingers crossed for the future.
Yeah, and a lot of teams 97 speed with Coach Madden is very nice. DeForest Buckner, honestly, probably one of my favorite items behind Richard Sherman on this release for the Niners. 74 speed, which is great. 84 excel, which is great. 91 block shed, 87 power move, 97 finesse move. Not a lot of people build their line the way I do. I want finesse move everywhere. Oh, yeah. Most people want power move everywhere, which is, I think, that might be the move, but my line is tuned to finesse move, and this guy is absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention 91 block shed on top of that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, for me, finesse is the way. Like, it is finesse all day. I feel like finesse literally just sheds the block against the pass and also against the rush on defense. This dude is awesome. For me, John Randall is still the best defensive tackle in the game because he gets like to that 84 speed mark, even faster. But this guy, if you power him up, you can get him like up to like 77 on most teams, 78 maybe. But that 99 finesse move, he's a monster. Yeah. So like I didn't get him only because I'm hanging on to see what else comes down the track. I have this feeling that we're going to get like a Howie Long, who I'll probably run out of position at defensive tackle. So like that's the only reason I didn't pick this guy up, but he's really, really solid. I got to tell you, if you're planning on doing like a master set, Sherman is an endgame gold ticket corner. Yes, he only gets a 95 speed. I get that, 96 on a Niners team, but it's fast enough. You get Buckner, who's like, from my money, the second best defensive tackle in the game. Okay, and you get Kyle Juszczyk, so you're sorted at fullback. You don't even need to power Buckner and Juszczyk up. Yeah. And then you could quick sell Mostert if you don't want to run with him and use the training. So like I just feel like that's one of the best master sets ever. This guy's awesome, dude.
It really is good. I was considering doing a Tyreek Hill's master set, but I'm not as crazy about the 3 cards that you get back. This is one that I've definitely been considering. I've got enough tickets, Super Bowl tickets from House Rules and soon enough the solos, where I'm going to select DeForest Buckner as my free one and then maybe a second down the road too. So highly consider this one, guys. Defensive tackle is a funny position where unless you're a huge fan of some of the defensive tackles in the game, you pretty much put whoever's got great stats and great size on that line and forget about it. DeForest Buckner fits that mold for me. Kyle Juszczyk, interesting fullback because we have Okoye in the game this year, who's known for his speed, and scum kicks tend to pull people in one direction when it comes to their fullback. But Kyle Juszczyk is so good. 96 really overall, good. 84 speed, 97 lead block, which is insane.
It's pretty nuts, man. Like, he's really, really good. I have like a shocking revelation that shocked you a little bit. Like, as soon as we got on the call, I was explaining to you that, dude, like, for real, the best fullback I've used in the game is out of position OOP Quentin Nelson. I know, because he's so slow. Everyone's like, how could he be? But he makes the best blocks. It's insane.
It makes sense. But offensive linemen up against those linebackers and corners. That has to work, right?
I'm not looking unless we get Franco Harris this weekend, which I also had a sneaking suspicion we might. I'm not going to be getting another fullback until like Okoye comes out with like a UL card, honestly. But this Kyle Juszczyk, if you were going to pick up a fullback or you pull him free from doing like the house rules great. Or something, then this is phenomenal.
He's what we call a set and forget fullback.
Totally.
Especially in those positions where you don't need the best of all time.
They nailed it with this freaking Super Bowl present promo.
They did. We'll go over a couple of the last guys here. Kawan Alexander, a lot of people wanted him. 87 speed, which is decent. 92 power, 80 zone. This is a nice card. Kawan Williams, Laken Tomlinson, Dre Greenlaw, Ben Garland, and Sheldon Day. All good for theme teamers.
And we had a limited Eric
Armstead, another defensive tackle for the Niners. You Niners theme teams, this is ridiculous. 95 block shed, 94 power move. So between the two defensive tackles, you've got the archetypes for whatever line that you want. Put them both on your line if you want. This is an excellent duo of DTs for the 49ers. I like Eric Armstead a lot ever since he was drafted. I'm excited to see what they come up with this Super Bowl Sunday.
It's gonna be great. And then in the same post down below there, mate, we've got the last of the heavyweights, which again
that sounds like a movie title. The last of the heavyweights. Kevin Zeitler, Giants, again, great pass blocking, poo-poo run blocking, and specifically in finesse, 78 run block finesse. That scares me a little bit, but maybe it doesn't matter. You never know. But he's okay. He's not bad. Giants fans will appreciate this card.
The low awareness is insane on that card, though, man. I don't understand what's happening there. But hey, Giants and also Brownies, right? So a nice final. I like he's always played well for me, so I think it's a really good final heavyweight. You know,
and I feel it's definitely not bad. And Kawan Short, to me as well, is pretty good.
Yeah.
For me, in the past, he's had a semblance of the MUT force factor.
Yep.
He's okay. 92 block shed, 87 power move. It's not bad. It's not great.
No, but dude, he has the MUT force factor. Like, again, you're like, how? But he just seems to freaking rush the quarterback like nobody's business. He's just like a black hole, like an unstoppable force when it comes to just crushing the pocket. I remember way too many times playing you getting sacked by this guy going, how? These were two really good last heavyweights. They were.
Yeah, definitely not bad. I think that is it for this section. Let's move on to the Super Bowl pass stuff. So all the Super Bowl present stuff is done. Again, we're hoping and praying that we get a Super Bowl future, perhaps tonight, tomorrow, sometime next week after the Super Bowl, which would be kind of strange. But we need to fill out the rest of the stars for our solo objectives. And it would be kind of strange to get only a pass and a present when it comes to any promo. Taking a look at the Super Bowl pass Gene Upshaw. This actually got me a little bit excited. I actually use Gene Upshaw, his regular legend right now. Good. He's very reliable.
So good. And I think he might be the first. Correct me if I'm wrong though, guys. If you've got an O lineman up to 99, then hit us in the comments in the chat. But I tweeted it and I asked people and no one else had one. All right, and I understand the whole of Madden community doesn't follow me on Twitter. I get that. But still, there's a lot of dedicated guys there pulling a lot of packs. I got this guy to a 99 on my team, and he is so good, man. He's so good. I was just like blown away. So happy that he came out, man.
He's so, like we say all the time, legend offensive lineman is the way to go. He's got elite run blocking, elite pass blocking. I'm a really big fan of Gene Upshaw, the MUT item. Good. Very, very good.
And he's just phenomenal. He plays so well. He just does not get beaten.
And mine's still only, I think, a 94 overall. So very, very impressive item right there. Malcolm Butler, Super Bowl past, Super Bowl hero, does have the power up, I believe. You can get this guy up to like 96 speed, which is very good. The man, the zone, the press, all fantastic. Decent corner if you're going to run with chems. I think he's really nice, very serviceable.
Dude, he's really good. I've got him in my cornerback 5, okay? And he's absolutely getting the job done. So I've got Madden, Coach Madden like you, so he's got 93 speed. I've got like Madden pass defense as well, so as well as lockdown. He's only a 96 overall, but as far as I got him for free. I think is my Super Bowl past. I can't remember how I got him, but maybe I picked him as my Super Bowl pass. Really, really solid. Of course, I used him to get the Gene Upshaw, and I kept the NAT.
Oh, there you go.
He's got 98 man, 95 zone, 97 press, 95 play rec, and that's just stock. What I love is when you get a card that you don't have to power up because, he doesn't have a power up, so you don't have to feel bad. It doesn't scratch away at the back of your head like you have to power him up as like a perfectionist. This is a great item, and dude, even as a Seahawks fan, it's just one of those iconic moments in Super Bowl history.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is awesome. That he did that he won the Super Bowl on one play.
Yeah.
So I respect the crap out of that. I love owning that kind of a card in your binder as well because I'm a collector and a nerd.
It's funny how certain types of connections to the past of the NFL football comes into play when it comes to MUT, because a lot of people look at my squad and they're like, director, you could have so much of better players and team and stuff like that. It's like, no, I really play for the nostalgia. That's the kind of player I am. Yep. In the same way with Malcolm Butler, the moment that he had in the NFL, I feel the same way about a lot of players on my team. And that's great. Malcolm Butler's a great example of that. Kind of reminds me of a budget Richard Sherman at this point if you want to get a 95 overall corner. I like him. He's very, very good. We'll move on to Brandon Graham.
He plays really well. Solid item. I thought about keeping this guy as well. I thought about keeping him, but if you've got that Joey Bosa right end, there's just no point.
Bosa.
I don't know why, but I have this voice in my head that keeps saying Howie Long is going to parachute into my Madden team at some point. just like that movie he starred in, Firestorm. He's going to parachute in. It's going to happen. But this is a really solid item. Kepi was watching the stream. I made sure I waited until he left before I quick sold.
Oh, okay, good. Brandon Graham for me in the past has been very MUT force factor.
Great.
I think he's very good if you want to start him at right end. Make sure you power him up, get him up to 83, 84 speed. Definitely serviceable, especially on Eagles theme teams. I like it. 96 power move powered up with 90 block shed, 90 finesse move. That's kind of the formula I like to see when it comes to my rushing ends in Madden Ultimate Team.
I completely agree. He's awesome. So, yeah.
Big Ben Roethlisberger hasn't seen an upgrade almost all year. The guy got hurt, understandable. Super Bowl pass promo, a great opportunity to bring him back, and here he is. 74 speed, meh, but you got yourself really good throw accuracies, 93, 92, 92, and really decent throw power. He's a good quarterback. If you want to run a different style quarterback, let's say with the Steelers theme teams, everybody's Steelers theme team has Michael Vick, as you should. Yeah. But if you want to go a different direction, Big Ben Roethlisberger is a pretty decent card too.
But dude, he's got field general, so he's got protected. So
he's got protected. He's got hot route mastery. Look at that entire class of NFL quarterbacks that got drafted around that time. Big Ben, Eli Manning, and Phillip Rivers. They're all the same archetype of quarterback, and they all had fantastic careers.
It's true. And look, I was kind of happy to see him come out anyway. Dude's just got great throw power. Obviously meets all of the requirements as well in terms of minimum thresholds on the accuracy level. So just a really nice item, man. I was there. Gutbox pulled him on stream live. It was pretty funny because he was he said rigged, and then it just happened.
Big Ben, a nice item for your option quarterbacks. Nick Foles coming up next. You know what? As we're on Nick Foles, I'm going to give you guys one bit of advice right here. A lot of players in Madden Ultimate Team don't know what they are when it comes to player type, when it comes to the kind of offense you want to run. Almost everybody's going to automatically assume running the ball with your quarterback is the best thing you can get in Madden, which in all fairness, it can be very, very good if that's your play style. I would encourage everybody to go try a field general quarterback, try an improviser, try a strong arm, just to kind of get your feet wet and see if this is the kind of offense you would be better at running than taking off with your quarterback, because you never know. I've been running the ball with Michael Vick, recently Lamar Jackson, the entire time I've been playing Madden. Just the last part of last year is when I decided to try pocket passing, and I found that I'm pretty good at it, and I really enjoy it. It makes the game a lot funner for me. So I would encourage everybody to give it a try. You don't have to stick to it.
Definitely.
Just see if you like what it has to offer in the way you want to run your offense.
Yeah, definitely. And now's the time to do it, lads, because you can pick up that Big Ben super cheap as well. Joe Flacco, by the way, I mean, there's some other stuff there. We don't necessarily need to have a look at all of them. The one thing I want to point out, see the Danny Trevathan? the middle linebacker. Yeah, he's slower than a wet week. Okay, I get it, but he's got the MUT force factor, man. I'm not joking. He's the type of guy you sub in, like when you're defending inside the 5-yard line. Okay,
I see what you're getting at. Okay, so he's a run defender.
Yeah, run, and if you just have him in a little zone there, 3-4, drop 4, cover show 2, boom. He will get a pick for you. So like just a sneaky good one on the budget B side.
Wait, was Danny Trevathan added to the Raiders late last season? Was that the story with him? It wasn't him?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
He may have been cut too. I don't remember. I think it was on Hard Knocks. Maybe have been somebody else. But yeah, okay, cool. A little bit of MUT force factor, maybe a budget beast kind of right there. I like it. I can run with that. Joe Flacco, some people like to run with him. I wouldn't. Jermaine Kearse also, I wouldn't. Let's take a look at these Madden Challenge players. They're players that we understand, we've seen before, but these are players that you get out of a different method. Basically watching the Madden Challenge streams.
No, these ones you get from the solos.
Oh, okay. I thought they were also pullable out of those Madden packs as well.
Maybe, but I haven't seen any pulls. I haven't seen any tweets about them. Maybe they are. You're probably right.
Let us know in the comment section if you guys have pulled these cards. It's also possible, but you get rewarded these tokens that go into a set for a 95 overall Super Bowl Master, I believe, was it. And these are the cards that go in there. Devin Hester, 93 speed. For a free card, definitely not bad. Maybe like a slot option right there. And then Deion Sanders, again, 93 speed. Also not bad. I would focus more with these guys if you're new to the game. All of a sudden, you got yourself some really decent starters at cornerback and wide receiver.
Really solid slot. So if you're just brand new to the game this week, do these solos. Get yourself that Devin Hester, that prime time. Mate, prime will hold up. Want it. You're going to want to get the lockdown chem to get him over the 90 threshold on zone coverage, right? But he will hold up. He's a fantastic. When I get him, he's going to be my cornerback 5. Okay, so he'll only see the field in certain cases, but he'll have 94 speed because of Coach Madden. Okay, and he'll have the low 90s on man and zone. I just need him to cover one little area of the field, and he'll be great. Yeah. But that Devin Hester, if you're just starting on solos, run him at wide receiver 1 and bomb deep on streaks. But if you're going to play some head-to-head, put him in the slot. Great, like slot receiver right there. These like people kind of like rubbished these, and I was like, no, these are two solid guards, and I really want Prime and Hester, but I'm not willing to pay for them. So to get them on the lineup without spending a cent is going to be great.
It's definitely not bad, especially for depth. I would at least say that even if you're like a purist at Madden Ultimate Team, having Devin Hester at 5 and Prime at 5 is you could definitely do worse at this point in the game.
Can I just point this out though? You can only pick one of them, so like pick carefully. But for me, Prime Time is definitely the money one because like. If you're new to the game, he will actually be okay at corner 1, as you're going to see from the Budget Beast team a bit later. Awesome stuff right there. Flashbacks, last flashbacks of the year. They're handing the award to Tyler Eifert. 84 speed, very good catching, decent run block at 79. He's okay. You really got to be a purist Bengals fan. And if you're a purist Bengals fan, you got bigger problems in the world than worrying about your tight end. Yeah, some people swear by this guy. I had a dude in chat on stream saying that this Eifert has been killing it for him.
Good,
which is great to hear.
Great.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you. But again, like just 2 lackluster releases. I would have loved to seen something really special done with the final one.
The one thing I do appreciate about this card is the run block. 79 run block is pretty good for a tight end. And then the speed isn't terrible. So he's all right. If people are enjoying him, totally great. That's awesome. Great for those guys. Bengals fans also great for those guys. Dante Hightower being the second player on the flashbacks. 82 speed. Okay, maybe if you're putting him at right end or rushing outside linebacker. 89 power move, which is pretty good. 79 block shed and 65 finesse.
It's kind of like considering how crucial a role he played in the Super Bowls. Bringing home those trophies. It's kind of a disrespectful card, mate.
That's what I was thinking when I saw this. I mean, we've had good Dante Hightower items in the past. We have good Dante Hightower cards in past Maddens. And this is a flashback card. So it should maybe reflect that a little bit better, in my opinion.
Give him like 92 speed or give him 90 block shed and like, I don't know, mate. Jesus wept. It's just, let's move on.
Yeah. Sorry, flashbacks. That wasn't and veterans and heavyweights. Probably not the best thing to leave off on, but you know, it could be worse, I suppose. Let's move on to the next section here. Mel Renfro, your limited Super Bowl past hero. Last week, this guy, he's a good card. Let me tell you right there. Mel Renfro, 93 speed, 94 man, 95 zone. He's an excellent kick returner as well. The big boo-boo that we had last week was he was supposed to be in the Super Bowl past packs, and he was not. So a lot of people who pulled even one of those packs during that time frame he was limited and available, they ended up getting a free one. And a lot of people, like myself, ended up getting 2 free ones, which don't get too jealous. Wow. There's nothing you can do with that card other than quick sell it for 500 coins, right? So you really only need 1. But it's not bad for a free item if you're one of those guys that picked it up via that method.
It's freaking awesome. He's absolutely a cornerback 1.
Like, oh yeah,
he's great. So
he's made me question who I have in my lineup right now, honestly, because he's not currently in my lineup, but I'm thinking of putting him at corner 2, corner 3, because he's just that good and he's a free card, so might as well.
Nice. Yeah, solid, man. Look, really, really nice item. Obviously a legend of the game. Yeah. I did like their limiteds this week. I just wish there would have been one every day and a couple today as well, being Saturday. But look, we're probably going to get spoiled tomorrow with some cool Super Bowl stuff as well as the honors cards. I hope there's someone there bringing out the honors cards tomorrow. It might not be until Monday, though.
I would guess it's probably going to be the following week, which is what it is, but you never know. You never know. Mel Renfro, excellent item. You guys have got him free. Rejoice. Next up, we got Tribute Eli Manning. A lot of good players in the last few weeks hanging up the cleats. Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, Luke Kuechly, and we're probably going to see a few more by season's end, by the off season. Yeah. And it's kind of crazy. A lot of these players that have been like firmly the face of our franchises and firmly one of the best in the league are going to be hanging it up this year. Eli Manning, an excellent item in the game right now. 97 overall, 97 accuracy short, 94 medium, 93 deep, 95 throw power, 72 speed. This is a great card. So you Giants fans have some decisions to make. Danny Dimes is getting a power up this weekend or next week as well. And he already has 85 speed. So he's one of the better pocket passers in my opinion because he's got that speed on top of it. But Eli Manning, if it were me, again, I'm very nostalgic. And if I were a Giants fan, I don't love Eli Manning because of what he did to the Chargers during his draft. But I respect the player. If it were me, I would be rolling out with my vet, you know, as respect and for the nostalgia.
Having some fun with it. Defo, man.
And he's a great card.
Really. Dude, he's got a pretty good release. I've been watching him on Lunagod stream. And I got to tell you, man, he's not bad at all. Like, the ball comes out quickly. It's kind of up there with me, for me, I should say, I would say definitely not as fast as, like, Rodgers, without a doubt. But he's been pretty fast. It's kind of like...
the releases right now, definitely Aaron Rodgers and then Joe Montana. So if he's anywhere near that, pretty good.
I didn't want to say Montana, but I did. It's kind of like... He's not as fast as Montana. That's a really crisp release, but it's not far off, man. It really isn't. Yeah, definitely.
Good item. Good for Eli Manning. Excited to see.
The Big Ben we spoke about earlier. If anyone has played with Big Ben, I want to know about his release as well, so leave a comment. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of fast releases, the best release you're going to get in the game this year and maybe for several years, Aaron Rodgers. We want to point out that this is the last Legends drop that we're going to see this year, which is crazy because I think there's still a lot of players that still need upgrades via the themed diamonds. I wanted to see newer players come in that we hadn't seen in the past already. But Aaron Rodgers, if they're going to be doing current Legends of the game via Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers deserves to be here. They bumped his speed all the way up to 81 like they did with Patrick Mahomes. So you guys that like to scramble with your improviser quarterbacks, you're going to get escape artists on this guy. 95 throw power. 94 on the run, 96 short, 88 medium, 92 deep. He's a very good quarterback.
He is absolutely insane, mate. And like, so I get mocked all the time for being a toter, but I got to tell you, I've had to pass the ball a little bit in the last week, especially when I got this guy, and it has been that much easier. And I watched, again, shout out to Gutbox, one of the best videos I've seen on YouTube for Madden this year was his Gunslinger analysis with and without Gunslinger on Aaron Rodgers, and it is legit.
How cool was that? If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it. He has like side-by-side comparisons of other quarterbacks and how much faster Aaron Rodgers gets the ball out. It's impressive.
It's incredible, and it really helps for noobs like me who not only are newbie at passing the ball, but also laggy because I'm in Europe, right? Playing you American blokes.
This is your quarterback year end because you need that release, yeah.
So like I beat a really decent player on PC last week in Weekend League where I actually ended up with more passing yards than rushing yards. It was a really even game. And this guy was the difference, and he's just been phenomenal. So like get him. He's so fun. He's so good. So accurate. The release is insane. Yeah, it's been great.
I would argue, even though he's only a 95 overall, we've seen 96s and 97s, I would argue he's probably a top 3, maybe even a top 2 quarterback in the game right now.
I would say number 1, mate. I honestly don't know who's...
Would not argue against that. He's very unique in his animation passing.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him so OP.
And he's 99 throw power, 85 speed on my team.
Ridiculous.
Like, it's crazy. So, guys, and what's beautiful about this one is any of the A-Rods that you grab, any of his set pieces, even his core elite, have a great release. So, like, that's why you want to be looking at him if you are getting the game. He's not in my Budget Beast squad for a reason, and I'll tell you why. But this is why definitely an item you want to look at. Like, any of the A-Rods, you can go and grab.
A-Rod, bruh.
He's so
Very good item. Very good item. Speaking of good items, Von Miller, 87 speed, 91 block shed, 94 power move, 88 finesse move.
He's so good. He's not on my... Yeah.
The reason we came up with the MUT Force factor is Von Miller was one of those reasons. He is just so good. Him and Khalil Mack. There's just something in the code when it comes to getting to the quarterback. The traits, whatever you want to call it, so good. So I would say if you're rolling out there, rushing the quarterback, you can put him in cover as a user. He's definitely not that bad too. Yeah. This is just an insane item.
He just like gets it done no matter what you ask him to do. You could be like, prepare duck à l'orange out there. Just like do something stupid on the field, and it'd be like 5-star Michelin. It'd just be insane, man. Like, it's crazy.
I honestly, there are some players that I have a bias against that I wish I didn't sometimes when it comes to Ultimate Team. I'm sitting here like, it's a video game, bro. Who cares? It's Von Miller. I know he destroys the Chargers every year, and same thing with Khalil Mack for a while, but put aside your bias and put him on your MUT team. I can't do it. I don't know why. But I play against them often enough where I'm like, man, I wish I could. I wish I did just put it down and put him on the team because they are insane. So Von Miller, Aaron Rodgers, 2 must-adds if you're looking for some of the best in-game right now. Chris McAllister being our limited legend, actual legend coming out in the game last week, the last one. 91 speed, he's okay. Again, very reminiscent of Richard Sherman. Lower speed, but great press, great man coverage.
Yep.
Zone is very good too. I would wait for most limiteds to come out in their series Redux re-releases, and he fits that mold unless you're like a Ravens fan, you want to complete that theme team. Monstrous secondary.
This guy, I got him when there was a house rules early on, an amazing house rules where we got a theme diamond NAT, a random theme diamond NAT.
I remember that. That was great.
Super early on. And this dude was, I pulled his like 89, I think it was. And I was just like, oh, and he was on the team forever. Eventually he got pushed to the slot, but he was really, really solid for a long time. So he just gets it done. Yeah.
So scale 1 to 5, his MUT Force factor would land where for you?
So 5 being like crazy?
5 being the Von Millers, the Aaron Rodgers.
Von Millers of the world. He's a 3.
That's still good.
Something. It's still good. Yeah.
I like that. We'll use that scale here on out.
Definitely. MUT Force factor 3.
Super Bowl Pass, the first drop that we got for Super Bowl Pass program. This one's crazy, dude. I mean, there was really only one card I would say was standout, and that was Steve Young. Yeah. Steve Young is so good.
He is.
So good. And again, like maybe a lot of you don't know, Steve Young's kind of like the hero in the town that I live in right now. He went to BYU, and he's just everywhere around here. So yeah, dude, big hero in my hometown, and he translates into the game of Madden Ultimate Team just so beautifully. 86 speed, 95 short, 95 medium, 92 deep. The guy is absolutely insane. So go pick up, and he's super cheap because there was like some sort of exploit in the game coin wise, so he was just getting spat out of sets. So he's not that expensive. Go pick up Steve Young, man. He's a beast.
Absolutely, really, really good. And then this was like a weird first batch. So like the
really
next guy, huh?
It really was like the start off of the program was like cool Steve Young, and then everyone else you're like okay, all right, not bad, not great.
So
Clay Matthews,
you can't deny like it was his rookie season. He was so good. I would have loved to have seen him get more speed and more power move because he was a menace. He was an absolute menace in real life this year.
I think 88 speed minimum would have made me happy with this card.
Yeah.
The block shot finesse move is great. I think really just came down to speed for this card. I was like, 88 speed would have gotten me excited about Clay Matthews. 84,
I would love to have him on the team, but is he really going to dethrone? He can't possibly dethrone LT. You can't. So like it's like an interesting one. I'll tell you this though. Like does he have? I want to know if he has multiple positions that he played in. So like can he get like middle linebacker maybe because he played middle linebacker for a whole season.
Maybe. You know? I wouldn't say so. I've looked at the secondary option list for positions several times. He was not on that list as far as I remember, which is a shame. It would be kind of cool maybe put him at middle linebacker to stop the run, get after the quarterback. But he's interesting. If you're rushing him from the edge and then you've got like LT rushing beside him at outside linebacker, I could see this card kind of working. But man, it's tough, dude, because he's such a big name, and I would like to see him make more of an impact when he gets nice items like this. Just too slow at this point of the game.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'm just doing a search, to see does he get those multiple positions. Let us know because like I love the idea of Clay Matthews on your team, and he's not completely like a lost cause. Like if you powered him up, he's got 85 with Coach Madden 86, and then you probably put Sprinter on him. It's still only 88 speed. Yeah. Unless you've got like 25 Packers 89. I don't hate it, and he does have the MUT force factor, but it's just kind of like he doesn't belong anywhere if that makes sense. You can't run him at right outside linebacker over LT, and the stats don't jump out to make you like even contemplate that. So it's just weird. Like, what is he? Is he a pass rushing? Is he a coverage? Maybe a live look. Can we have a look at his coverage?
Take a look at his coverage. Even so, 84 speed's going to turn me off of that a little bit. Zone coverage.
62. Jesus.
That's just, nah.
I just don't get it, is what I'm saying. Because he was just a menace that year, and then the fact that he went and played middle linebacker for a whole season when they didn't have a middle linebacker, and like this is a sack machine of a player. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame, and to sacrifice a whole year worth of sacks playing coverage linebacker, he's a great team player. Like he's phenomenal. I just wish it's just like this is the archetypes though. So like I get it by the time he's a 99, it'll be like bro Clay Matthews, but right now it's just like. It's like
and he's at an overall where he should be more relevant right now in the game.
That's it. At 95, he should be more relevant. But anyway, moving on. This next dude I got for free.
Adam Timmerman. Very good. He's reminiscent of some of the legends we've been seeing lately. Very good item.
So good. I got him up to a 97. I even got like +1 strength on him with 5 Rams to see could I get him to the 98. So I sacrificed the 98 overall Zach Martin for a free Zimmerman. So I made a few $100,000. But ultimately really, really solid. Like he's not wet the bed once. He's been really great. Remember, I told you Zach Martin is like the best right guard in the game. So that was a big decision, but he played really, really great. And then the final card here, this is what made it weird. It was this in the clay. So Steve Young, amazing. Zimmerman, amazing. But Sony Michel and Clay, it was kind of like, okay, if you're a massive Pats fan, then obviously the Sony Michel is like, yeah, give me. But like for the rest of us, it's like, bro, what is this?
No power up on Sony Michel too either. So you're stuck. You're stuck on a theme team for the Patriots at 93 speed max.
Las locales, director. It's crazy, man. Like I just don't understand this item at all. Next card.
Next card. So all the rest of these guys, again, more of theme team fodder. John Johnson, too short. Or not John Johnson, too short. Too slow. Robert Alford, Frank Gore, Eli Manning, Chris Hogan, Russell Okun. Theme team
Can we just
fodder.
look at Eli Manning's card art? Because that face is brilliant. We met the guys in EA. They're awesome. That's why we never, like once you meet people, it's so much better when you have like a face and like a story to the name. It's really easy for a lot of the community to sit there and just say, I hate that card. I don't like people. But like we met them, we know that they're fans and we know they have senses of humor as well. And the fact that this was the best Eli card in the game for like 2 days after he announced his retirement was so funny.
It was hilarious. Anyway, it's funny when I do my custom card art for, Twitter and stuff like that. Whenever because it takes some work to pull the player out of their background. You have to like hand trace around them. I created an archive of photos that are good for card art. So it makes me wonder sometimes, like, this is probably on purpose.
Definitely on purpose, bro.
Veterans from last week. I think we went over these already. These are okay. Davius Murray. You can get him on the Raiders. Rashawn Melvin. Also, these two are actually not as bad as the ones we got this week.
No, these are actually really good. Can I just tell you? Because you can get them cheap. And if you just got the game, yeah, that Latavius Murray is like actually not... He's sneaky good. And the Melvin just has something about him. Let's call it like MUT Force Factor is going to also include zeros. Okay?
Yeah.
So this guy, Rashawn Melvin, has about a 1, maybe a 2 in the MUT Force Factor. He just makes some plays. You know the way like DRC cards, Dominic Rogers Conradi cards, no matter what overall, just seem to get in the right place at the right time for a pick. So he's like a 3.
Yeah,
right.
DRC's like a 3 or 4. He's so good. Yeah.
So Melvin, because I've used him a lot because of the Raiders, like in previous MUTs as well. I can just tell you, he's sneaky good, and 90 speed is just good enough, and 6'2 is just good enough. So both of these cards were Raiders, by the way, which was hilarious. So I picked them both up, and they're both solid. So just keep an eye out. I love it when like an under the radar card or item pops into the game, and people are like, oh, they don't even notice it, but anyone who's like looking, I need a corner in the slot. Melvin's your guy if you're in a pinch and can't spend that much.
I noticed that with Thomas that came out a couple weeks ago for the Chargers. You don't play him very often, but when he's on the field, actually sometimes makes some plays. So you never know. Let's take a look at the signature series. One of the last signature series, Derrick Henry. Everybody was waiting for this card to come out because they thought he was going to be one of the Super Bowl, items for the promo for the Titans or the playoffs. Didn't end up happening, but he got the signature series, 92 speed. He's serviceable because he has the power up, right?
Dude.
So you can get this guy up to like 95, 96, 97 speed, and he's going to be awesome. The 92 trucking, the 98 carrying, the 90 break tackle is what makes this card so good.
Yeah, man. Look, I was really pumped for Derrick Henry because like he was killing it so much in real life that I was just like, dude, like that gets me pumped as well. Like where you can be a bandwagon fan is in Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
And like you can be like, let's go, let's have fun with it. And look, unfortunately, such a crowded backfield this year. That's the only reason why you don't. But if you're a Titans fan, you're so happy, man. You're so freaking happy with that item.
It's funny, the halfbacks.
And he's a monster.
In Madden Ultimate Team, like halfback seems to be where a lot of people gear towards the same players. And your Dickersons and stuff, you see them everywhere because they're that much of a game changer. For me, again, I want to see people that excite me, on the field. I want to see whoever's scoring touchdowns on the ground for me has to hit me in the fields a little bit. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry's one of those guys this year.
Definitely.
I'm still rolling out with Melvin Gordon from Series 2, and he's still out there toting the ball for me. So, I mean, I wouldn't blame anybody for running with Derrick Henry. 6'3", very good speed. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he'd be very, very nice. And then Preston Smith, 85 speed right outside linebacker. Fringe okay with the power move, but he lands in the same kind of area as Clay Matthews. It's just like what do you do?
If you're building that Packers theme team as well, like the Smith brothers were big this year, so I can totally understand the nostalgic side of it as well. Like I get it big time. So like happy again for the lads.
Got to run somebody out of position, probably Clay Matthews at end, and then this guy right outside linebacker. If you're a Packers theme team. All right, before we get into our budget base stuff, let's take a look. We got some Series 5 stuff coming up next week. Get ready for that. and this is going to include new reduxes and power-ups. In your signature series, some of the standouts here, Derrick Henry's going to come out as a redux. Some guys wanted Jared Goff really bad for some reason. There you go. Kyle Juszczyk. If you guys got that free Kyle Juszczyk, but his limited was stopping you from powering him up, well, there you go. We got some Team of the Week guys. Austin Eckler, I'll finally be able to add him. There you go. Ryan Fitzpatrick, a lot of people surprisingly are excited about that guy. And Mark Andrews as well.
Totally. And then Legends, Seahorn is pretty good. Runyon is going to be a great option at right tackle. I'm trying to sell my Runyon. Right now.
Chargers theme team again right here. John Runyon. Can't wait to get him at a good price.
And then, again, everybody's going to be able to get a Richard Sherman and a Sean Taylor and a Khalil Mack, so happy days.
That's a big one. Richard Sherman, the Zero Chill ones that would get me more excited. Richard Sherman,
how good.
So expensive.
Zero Chill was.
So good. Richard Sherman, one of the most expensive players in the game to power up right now because of all the cards that are included. So this will help a lot in that. Sean Taylor, obviously the best free safety in the game coming out.
Can I just say this, director? Guys, you have to have Sean Taylor, a version of him, even if it's not the best one, if you're playing MUT on your defense. Get him in there. He is literally one of the game-changing MUT Force Factor 10 out of 5. He is a freak. They literally put something in his code from day one, from inside. He's like Neo. He's the one. It's in the Matrix, man. You need him in your team. That should be the guy on defense that you sell everything else to go and get. So next Friday, pick him up.
I'm considering it too. I've got Troy Polamalu there right now because he's got the secondary option. Yeah. And I'm just kind of a loyalist when it comes to Polynesian players.
Of course.
So it's really tough for me to bench Polamalu. So I may end up benching Tillman, putting Polamalu at strong safety, and getting myself the Sean really Taylor. Because I've played against him plenty where I can tell you he has single-handedly destroyed me.
And won me games. Guys, the other thing you mentioned there, Tillman is going to get a bump now probably to 99, guys.
Yes.
So be ready for that.
Yes. That will make it even more difficult to decide what to do with Troy Polamalu, so we'll have to see. Khalil Mack, one of the best in the game. Daniel Jones, pocket passing quarterbacks, let me have your attention. This is the best pocket passing field general quarterback in the game right now. And he's getting a power-up, folks. He's got 85 speed stock. So you're going to be able to get that up to 90, 89 speed easily. And for a guy that has a hot route master and protected, that is pretty insane. So I have my eye on Daniel Jones when he gets his redux and he gets... Okay, Trumpetmonkey's trying to show off the brand new Baby Yoda, but he's also green.
Green with the green screen on.
Wait, one more This is if Baby Yoda actually got snatched and destroyed and exploded, and this is Force Ghost version of Baby Yoda.
Force Ghost version. Sorry, nerding out. Daniel Jones is awesome. Career tributes as well. That's nice.
Antonio Gates. If you guys haven't seen my highlights of Antonio Gates on my Twitter, check it out. He is a beast. 99 overall on my team, obviously. And then Luke Kuechly, also a beast, but you don't have to get this version because his 96 goes into his power up. And then Eli Manning, a beast. The big thing that I wanted to highlight, the whole reason I opened up this document is to show you guys the new power-up cards coming out. This is something that people really get sensitive about because everybody, in our opinion, deserves a power-up in this game. Again, we say this all the time. Madden 21, every card needs to have a power-up. Every single card.
Every single card!
Here it is. Every card, okay?
Which needs to be their base card. Just their lowest overall card. Just make that the power-up. That's the starting point for power-up.
I get to talk about the power-ups here, though, okay?
Go for it.
Okay, because you did all those SIGs, those limiteds. Cards I'm excited about, okay? Ryan Jensen, because he only has 2 cards in the whole game, 2 items in the whole game. His 76 gold, core gold card, and then his Team of the Year 96. And I want it. I'm going to get it. I already pulled a couple of weeks ago.
That's going to be 40,000 training.
40 million training points to get him up. Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch. Come to Papa. This is going to break the game. If you thought I was a toter before, wait until you see me toting with this guy.
I will be in your stream that weekend to see Beast Mode rock out with all the chems and the chemistry.
Sorry, not sorry. Don't queue against me if you're in the PC Discord, because that's all I'm going to be doing. And then if you scroll down, oh yeah, hold up. An oddity before the awesome one. Vita Veyer halfback is going to get a power-up card, which is hilarious. But so that was funny. But
why?
For me, no comment. For me, Darren frickin' Waller, baby. Oh my God. Yeah, Kittle is the best tight end in the game. Darren Waller is, like, I get it. Probably Antonio Gates after that. Darren Waller is up there, though. Understand just how fast this guy is about to become, right?
Give me your number. On your theme team, on maybe your, like, God Squad, how fast?
94 speed.
Oh, my God.
At tight end. 94 speed. He already has 99 spec catch. He's going to have 93 catch in traffic, 92 catch, 70 strength. It's insane, man.
I'm super happy for you Raiders fans, man. Darren Waller is probably my favorite player currently in your team right now. He's fun. I saw him on Hard Knocks, fell in love with the guy. Very good player, and so glitchy in MUT. And then obviously Beast Mode coming in. That's going to be crazy. Some of the other guys to highlight that I'm excited to see. Devin White with the power-up. That's going to be a glitch. Deshaun Watson with the power-up. Also going to be a glitch. Terry McLaurin. Don't forget about this card. 94 speed stock. You can get him up to like 99 speed with chemistries. That's also he might become my my slot wide receiver very soon. Again, Daniel Jones for you pocket passers. Dante Jackson, budget fast cornerback. Keep an eye on him. Tremaine Edmonds, budget fast tall middle linebacker. Marquise Brown, budget
99 speed,
glitchy fast wide receiver. This is a really good drop for power-ups.
It is.
A couple of guys I personally wish would have been on this list. Chris Godwin, I think above most of these guys, deserves an upgrade. He just went off this year, and he would be the best slot corner or slot wide receiver in the game. And then Austin Eckler, because of what he did this season, just break out, absolute monster. Want him as my lead back, honestly, in the game. Reminds me a little bit of LT in MUT. Want that shorter frame. Get him in the game. And that is your Series 5, so just be aware of what's coming out next week. If you've got any of these limiteds, I would suggest maybe selling them while you can get a good price back for them and then rebuying them this weekend. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, unload your guys and then re-pick them up when Series Redux comes out. Good?
Yes, sir.
Let's get into a fun segment of this MUT Force. Trumpetmonkey's Budget Beast build. This is something that I look forward to. We do it, I don't know, maybe once every couple of months, just to get the new guys in Madden a leg up on what to expect in the game and how to get them competitive with very little coins. Trumpetmonkey, anything you want to say before we get started?
It's going to be a couple of explanations needed, right? And I'll be explaining as we go through what you need to do in order to be able to play at a high level with this team, okay? Please understand that this team will help you if you're grinding solos. Absolutely. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be more than enough to get the job done. But if you want to play head-to-head, that's really why this team was built as well. Let's say you're actually handy at it. You're going to have to be good at usering on defense and hitting gaps on runs. And you're also going to have to make pretty good reads and have some decent stick skill on offense, okay? That's the prerequisite. If you're playing solos, you're fine. But you got to have those things if you want to play head-to-head with this team against God squads. But you can. That's pretty cool.
Heck yes. And again, I've not seen this list, so I'm excited to see what he's compiled. Let's get into it. All right, Trumpetmonkey, let's start with this offensive line that you've put together. Budget Beast. We'll put the link to this team in the description below so you guys can go catch it for yourselves if you're new to the game. Let's start with the left tackle, Jordan Gross.
So, first things first, when I built this team a little earlier in the week, if you just scroll up a tiny bit.
Ooh, this is nice right here.
Yeah, there you go. If you scroll up a tiny bit, though, it should be about 1 million coins. There you go. Okay. One mil on the nose, all right? Now, if you're coming back to MUT and you had a couple of rookie premieres, awesome. That's what I did. But the cards played so well, the items played so well that I kept them in there, and you'll see why. Now, why is Jordan Gross, this is the first point, why is Jordan Gross so important, all right? He has 85 pass blocks. See that there?
Yeah.
And any tackle, any O-lineman, actually, who's 85 or above, and also 85 pass block, gets all day, which basically means he can block against the highest pass rushers, like he's a 99 overall. And these guys withstood the test of time, okay? Actually used this budget squad in a head-to-head game against another YouTuber called CC Actual, and he has a 98 overall team. And I was able to stand in the pocket and throw, one cover 3, 1-play touchdown beater. That should tell you all you need to know, all right? So they stand the test of time. If you scroll over, Director, in the same breath, I want to mention, I've got at right tackle, out of position, but with all day on him, Brandon Cooks. Now, there's a few other cards. The only criteria, pass block 85, and they need to be 85 or above. There's a few other items that can do that as well. These two were the cheapest at the time. Those are my 2 tackles, and you have to activate their superstar X factors. You can only have 3 activated. 2 of them are going to go right there. The other one is going to go to your halfback that we'll have a look at in a sec. But finishing out the O-line, though, Director, I've told you Zach Martin is phenomenal at right guard, okay? Gets the job done, absolutely A-okay. At center, you want the highest possible awareness you can get on a budget card. So Richburg comes with 92 awareness. And what that means is it replaces the lower overall awareness of one of your 5 O-linemen. It replaces that and lifts the overall average of the entire O-line up, so they pass block and identify blitzers better. And then left guard, Quentin Nelson, just a big, fantastic MUT force factor 3 out of 5 kind of guy. And these are all pretty affordable. Yeah. And with this O-line, I was able to run on a 98 overall team and also pass block a 98 overall team. So they absolutely get the job done.
And this is a team you assembled on Xbox.
Xbox.
Wow. Good on you. I like it. I like it a lot. I love the fact that you understand what the meta is right now, and you're putting abilities on your tackles, because that is where you're going to get destroyed if you have a low overall team.
If you try to use this team, guys, in head-to-head without putting the superstar X factor on Gross at left tackle and Brooks at right tackle, with all day, it's called all day. It's going to cost you 1,250 training on each of them. You will get demolished. Do not even try. You have to put them on, and then you'll be fine. Trust the monkey. Play 10 head-to-head games on Xbox with this. We were grand against no matter who came at us. Moving to tight end, okay? There's an absolute budget beast in Lee Smith. First, have a look at the 72 first and foremost. Lee Smith is so good. It's hard to see his stats there, but trust me, he's going to cost you like 1,000 coins. So good at run blocking, so good at pass blocking, and will actually catch the ball. So you're going to want to keep an eye on him, okay? But this Darren Waller is like a glitch. He's really, really fast. I want to say he has 84 speed, I think, Director. It's hard to see there. I know it's getting cut off a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's getting cut off on the edge of the screen here.
There we go. 86 speed. Oh, my word. 86 speed, guys. I thought he was even slower. He just catches everything. He's glitchy. So, like, you can trust me on this one. He's just 86 speed, really, really fast, really, really affordable. Good catch in traffic, 91 spec catch.
I can attest to that. Darren Waller is one of the best budget tight ends in the game right now.
So this is his 87. If you want, you can run Hawkinson. That I have him rookie premiere. The 91 is pretty cheap as well. Pretty solid option right there. And then what you can do is you can even run the Darren Waller. I think there's a 77 Waller team of the week. He's really good even at tight end. So if you want to go super budget. Moving in then, we'll just get the fullback out of the way. Why not? Because it's pretty boring, right? Hewitt is all you need. Slower than a wet week, but he'll just get the job done. He'll get in the way.
How much is that out of position Quentin Nelson you were speaking of? Because maybe that's an option there too.
Yeah, out of position Quentin Nelson, I think is like about 100, 120 or
so
something.
To look forward to in your upgrades at some point.
Definitely.
Excellent.
But look, Hewitt will get the job done, right? Maybe let's look at wide receivers, yeah. This is a must-have. You cannot compete in head-to-head without this guy. 97 speed for me is the absolute threshold, the cutoff at which you can develop a one-play beater against cover 3 and cover 4, and he will get behind a God Squad safety or corner. Okay, even if the guy clicks on and tries to make up the ground while the ball's in the air. To give you an idea, if on the flip side, so 97 speed on Marquise Brown, the playoff item. On the flip side, 94 speed if you go over to Hardman, McCall Hardman. Fantastic on like little out routes and little in routes and slants. However, 94 speed, not fast enough for beaters. So you absolutely need Marquise. You need Hollywood Brown. Otherwise, you just won't be able to get one play beaters. 97 is the absolute cutoff, but it works.
I have seen so many good things from Mecole Hardman since this 87 came out. He became one of those guys that you just have on your team. And the Chiefs now have two of those guys, Mecole Hardman and Hill, both together. Yeah. Absolutely insane. So I love it. I love the pick.
His little out routes, like against cover 3 or even man, are just so good. He's just fast enough to get the separation from, like, we're talking 99 overall corners that you're playing against, and it's an 87 wide receiver, and he's getting the job done. Funny one, then. Go and have a look. Even though there's a video of a huge boo-boo from him, Hunter Renfrow. There's literally one play. The ball bounced off his helmet to himself, and he caught it, and then got hit sticked and fumbled. It was hilarious. Anyway, he has just enough sneaky good stats that he will actually get the job done. And he's not terrible at run blocking either. I know it doesn't look like it that he would be, but he's really, really solid. Obviously, when it comes to budget team, I'm going to get some Raiders in there and have some fun with it. This was just one of those dudes that I knew he plays pretty well, okay? And he will just in the slot get it done for you. So trust me on that one.
No, I agree with this one. For me, a slot receiver needs to have okay speed, but fantastic catch in traffic. In fact, maybe not as much. And he comes down with those 86 catching balls. Like, he's definitely one of those guys you need to rely on, when it comes to get that first down. So that's what I look for personally. That's why I run Larry Fitzgerald as my slot wide receiver right now. That's a good pick.
So, and I was about to say, look, the slot wide receivers really do with it what you want. If you're leveling up and you maybe have Torrey Holt and you're still running a budget beast team, then Torrey Holt's in the mid 80s for you. Just run him there as well. But have some fun with the slot. Renfrow gets the job done. But then the two crucial positions. Start with halfback. Josh Jacobs, Ghost of Madden. This might be one of the best halfbacks in the game. And yes, I'm a Raiders fan.
What?
And yes, he has 87 speed. I get it. But I promise you, the animations that this guy gets are second to none. He always gets those crazy little broken tackle jukes and broken tackle spins. And whenever he gets hit, he falls forward. This dude right here is an absolute animal. What you're going to want to do with him, okay, is you're going to want to put armbar on him. I think you can get bruiser as well. But armbar for sure. And he's your third superstar X factor on offense, okay? And then you just spam. You hand the ball off. You wait for the holes to open up because he's not that fast anyway. And then you get ready to spam that stiff arm button. He will literally rumble down the field for you. Really, really, really good. Really good item. I think
this one's a shocker. I'm not going to lie.
Now, he's a bit pricey too. He's going to set you back like up to 150K depending. But you're going to need a run game. Now, obviously, if you just started the game, you can play the NFL 100 solos. You can get yourself a Dickerson with Freight Train 100 activated from the first snap.
Probably the move.
That's the play. Yeah. That's the move. But let's say you're just spending coins. This cat right here will absolutely do it for you. And likewise, have a look at the quarterback then.
This one I can get behind. I've played with this guy. Excellent. Very underrated in MUT.
Can I just point out as well, I don't have any chems on this team when I play on head-to-head. We'd have zero chems. Zero. No go deep, zone run, lock to any of that. So bear that in mind. So that means every stat I'm talking about is absolutely stock, okay? The only thing we have is superstar X factors. This dude can literally throw the ball hard and far enough to get a cover 3 beater against a 98 overall squad.
Wow.
This right here, why I went with him as opposed to like one of the A-Rods, one of the set piece A-Rods, who's also a great option. Even 83 core elite A-Rod is a good option. But this guy right here was at 90 speed. If you are thus inclined to have to scramble on the occasion, okay, then that 90 speed is so useful. So, which I had to do a couple of times. Slide though, get down. He doesn't have escape artist, all right? Make sure you slide, make sure you get out of bounds, get down. But that's why I went with him. Just a really good release, solid release, not slow, not fast, solid, very accurate. So,
that I like. This offense to me, this was the one question mark that I had, but I will say now that we've got the whole offense covered. I've played against him twice, ever, and I remember both times because I remember thinking, how is he getting past me? How this 87 speed halfback is getting past me? And they were both purist Raiders theme teams. They weren't starting with Bo for whatever reason. He's actually pretty good. So this one surprised me. I was surprised to see him. There are a lot of good options if you're looking just for speed at halfback, but I think this year you really have to consider your carrying and your break tackle. Break tackle to me, for whatever reason, is a very important stat in my humble opinion.
I agree with you, mate. I think the 90 threshold is this magical number that break tackle starts to activate falling forward, starts to activate like the little spins that you don't even control, the kind of random number generated bailout spins, the bailout tackle breaks. He's just really, really solid. Rarely fumbles. I think I fumbled once in 10 games. Going up against Willis's, Sean Taylor is just getting smacked. And so that's a really, really, I promise you guys, when he gets the power up, he's going to be unstoppable. He'll be 92 speed on my team, 93 on a pure team. It's just nuts. So that's the offense. Trust me when I say Josh Jacobs gets it. You will not be running away. You will not have many 80-yard one-play touchdowns like Dickerson. But using Josh Jacobs, he will absolutely get to the next level, and he should get you 3, 4, 5 yards every carry. And that, you can put together a drive. If you're using a budget squad, you're going to have to be patient. You are not going to get one-play touchdowns very often. You're going to need Hollywood Brown when you take your shots, okay? But this guy will just keep your offense ticking along. If I may, there is one guy I do want to highlight. Do it!
For halfback, as a director's consideration too. I've played up against this guy, Kenyon Drake. Going to cost you about 90,000 coins, Woo! 92 speed, 94 juke move. This guy is pretty dang good. You put, I think, is he an elusive halfback? I think you can put evasive on him, and he is absolutely insane. So I love what Trumpetmonkey put together here as your power halfback. If you want to complement with that, I love Kenyon Drake, 92 speed with the evasive as well. So I love it, dude. The offense came together really nice. The speedy wide receivers, the reliable slot wide receiver, like it's all very good.
We're not trying to BS anybody here, guys. Full disclosure, I haven't played with every halfback in the game. These were my rookie premieres, Kyler Murray and Josh Jacobs. So they were in the Xbox team. And I thought to myself, let's try a couple of games with them. And then let's go to someone else. Because I had the coins to go and get another budget halfback, a Kenyon Drake, for example. And then all of a sudden, they're making plays. And then they make a play in the next game. And then the next game. And the next. So it was totally accidentally discovered that these guys are budget beasts so that they will perform at the highest level. But when you go up against God Squad after God Squad, 96, 97, 98 overalls, and you can perform with that quarterback, that halfback, that's how I discovered it. Okay, full disclosure, you can sub someone else in there. This comes with my guarantee, I guess. And I stand by what you're saying with Kenyon Drake as well. Totally.
These are battle tested too, which is what I really like. I appreciate that. There's your offense defense. Budget beast. Let's get into the defense. I'm excited. Where do you want to start?
Let's start at safety again, and another example of a rookie premiere. And you're like, is he gonna get demolished? Withstood the tests. I think that 93 speed has a hell of a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Not bad hip power. He is not Sean Taylor. He's not Ronnie Lott. He is not Earl Thomas. They're not going to be like all over the place making plays, but solid enough, solid price as well. So definitely can stand by Darnell Savage. Okay.
I love it. He's my free safety too. And where I notice him come in is special teams. Woo! Gets a ton of fumbles with that 93 hit power. So I love it. Darnell Savage, great pick. And this will come into handy too. I'll ask you at the end of the show some of the free cards you can acquire via solos and stuff like that. So I like the Darnell Savage pick.
Totally. And then jump over to the other safety, all the way over to the other side. This is my MVP. Yes, I'm a Raiders fan. But we pointed out early on in my God squad, this is my user. Why? Have a look at the hit power. This guy gets Enforcer.
Woohoo!
And he is a monster at 90 speed, 95 hit power. He is my user. He can hang with the best of them. Okay, like just an absolute monster. And the fact that one of my Superstar X factors on defense is this guy with Enforcer, and he is truly the quintessential budget beast. Like, have a look at the price there. What is it, like
21K?
21K.
That's for
21K
Enforcer.
with Enforcer.
That's great.
And you can user him and get picks. He's fantastic. So those are the safeties right there. The linebackers are the hardest to pick in a budget squad because the run meta is absolutely just devastating. So have a look at these four right here. Now, full disclosure, I have Devin Bush, rookie premier. However, Montez Sweat I've experimented with is fast enough. If you hover over Montez Sweat, I think it's 89 speed from memory, a nice 6'6" frame, 89 speed, solid enough. Okay, if you're in a pickle and need to user the linebacker, okay? But the other middle linebacker is the real gem, probably of this defense. Landon Collins, out of position, 85 overall, only 83 speed. But guess what? He gets Enforcer as well.
You got Enforcer coming from 2 levels on this defense. That's the way
what you want
to go.
And so what that means is if they're running to one side, you hope anyway that a safety with 90 speed can get over there and maybe make a hit. All right, that's Abrams at strong safety, or you're even like usering him. Okay, but if you can manage to push on defense, especially run defense, the ball carrier back to the inside, it doesn't matter that he only has 83 speed because he's naturally, organically in the right spot. He's in a lane, and you can get a nice CPU generated Enforcer hit stick. That Landon Collins is dirt cheap as well. I think I got him for $17K on Xbox. So
Jeez.
Really crazy budget beast. Then also sticking with the OOP, okay? At left outside linebacker, just what I went for here was not terrible pass rush, okay, with 89 finesse move, but decent enough speed as well. So really that's kind of what I was looking for. I've said I've been a big advocate for finesse being really good at obviously block sheds in the pass rushing game, but also the against the run. So that's why I chose Josh Allen. Really, your linebackers are your weakest link when it comes to run defense with a budget beast squad. So you're going to have to, I said this, user so well with either Allen, with one of the safeties, basically. Josh Abrams or Savage over the other side. You're going to have or Sweat. You're going to have a really hard time against the run, but these guys give you the best chance. And then at right outside linebacker, the Bud Dupree, rounding out the linebacker core. Again, just 85 speed was what I went for. A big
6'4".
frame. Yeah, a little bit of X factor on this guy as well. A little bit of MUT force factor. Linebackers are really hard. Really hard to find solid budget beasts at. These guys were good enough for me.
I'm a huge fan of the Montez Sweat user pick right there. Is that 6'6" frame, 89 speed. This is the way.
Enough. If you have a rookie premier Bush though, and you're logging back in and you haven't played since last year, but you had that rookie premier Bush, Devin Bush, you're laughing.
He's very good.
Corners. Let's do corners, and then we'll finish on the interior. So
one thing to mention too, if you're doing your solos and you get the gauntlet done, get Devin White in there at your middle linebacker as well. He's one of the better picks you can get there too. Cornerbacks.
Corners now. So far you've got Landon Collins with an X factor with Enforcer, and you've got Josh Abrams with an X factor Enforcer as well. Okay, just bear that in mind because when we get to the D line, you're going to need it. Willie Brown. Okay, I want to talk about both corners at the same time. Willie Brown, and then you go over to the other side. Just we'll kill two birds with one stone. And this cat.
Yeah, slay.
Really good corners. They will cover really nicely. Okay, and remember, I don't have any chems. However, massive user warning here. Proceed with caution. Under no circumstances, even if you shade over the top, can you press with these corners. You cannot do it. You absolutely need to leave them 5 yards off of the wide receiver. And even then, you better hope you're sending some pressure, okay? And sending some heat out of 146 or sending 7, because eventually on a streak against the fast wide receivers, they will get beaten. They are just a little too slow, both of them. Don't press and you should be fine, okay? But this is a budget squad. So I told you, I promise you they can keep up and they will get picks, okay? But don't press. That's my hot warning. Then blitzing out of the nickel, really, really important. This is your guy, 93 speed Jonathan Jones.
Excellent.
He's the only choice, really.
Yeah.
Because he's so cheap and so fast. Really, really good.
I like the picks. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are a little worried about your outside receivers being, 87, 89 speed. But you do have to adjust to what you have. And
you're going to have to give a cushion.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, and then you'll be all right. Then the D-line, the pièce de résistance. Who do we have? Another Raider. Now, I actually also have rookie premier Bosa. But Max Crosby, sneaky good. All you're looking for here is someone with a little pass rush and a little speed. So Max Crosby here with that, I think 83 speed, sorry. I'm always used to running some Raiders though. 83 speed, a little bit of pass rush, so cheap. Like bargain basement right end, okay? He'll get it done. A dude who's going to cost you a little bit more, but is a bowler, and this is who you're going to put your remaining Superstar X Factor on, okay? Whatever you can get on him is D Ford, okay? If you have the rookie premier Bosa, then you put, I think, like Power Move Elite. But this guy here, right here, just put any X Factor you can on him, and he's a real budget beast. He will still get to the quarterback on occasion.
D Ford was one of those guys that stood out to me, especially with the playoffs promo. I was like, man, this guy is like a better Joey Bosa, which is a huge compliment from the director. The 88 finesse move, the speed, he's nice. So he
will get it done. Guys, these are some people might be sitting here like laughing at this. Understand, some people just picked up the game. That's who we're preaching to here. Maybe you want to play some salary cap.
That is a good point too. Some really salary cap options. Yeah.
Some good salary cap options. And then just in the middle, again, I have Quinnen Williams, rookie premier, but he made so many plays for me in those 10 games that I went with him. And then somebody with a bit of MUT force factor is this Dexter Lawrence item right here. I don't know why these two defensive tackles just seem to get to the quarterback on the pass rush. They won't run stuff. You're going to have to use her like a god and make a really good adjustments pre-snap to stop the run. But that's the biggest thing this year. Budget squads are nearly dead because of the run meta, and that breaks my heart more than anything. Okay, on offense you can keep up. That offense I showed you can keep up, but you're gonna have a hard time stopping the run. That's the only problem. Okay, and that's it, mate. That's it. 1 million coins gets you that budget B squad. What do you think, director?
This is excellent. Every time we do a segment with Trumpetmonkey going over the budget beast guys, we don't want to leave anybody behind. Nobody left behind, and that includes the guys coming back to the game, the guys getting the game for the first time. And this is an excellent squad to roll out with, because one of the biggest things I hate about jumping into a game like this late is not being able to compete online. You feel like, all these people that spend all this time and money on the game have a huge advantage. You can work around that with some of these intelligent picks, being able to get your offense up and running, get your defense at a competitive level as well. So some of my favorite picks from this team, Montez Sweat at middle linebacker is very good. Jonathan Abrams at strong safety, very good. Also consider from your gauntlet solos, Derwin James in this area too. So you have Jonathan Abrams maybe as your nickel user, and then Derwin James as your deep safety. Darnell Savage, I've seen firsthand, just so good. And then on offense, Marquise Brown is a big one for me. He's definitely going to make plays. Kyler Murray, also a big one for me, going to make plays. Mecole Hardman, huge. Even as 87 overall, I've noticed make plays. And then Darren Waller. Those are my favorite picks of this team.
And just remember, you need to put all day on your tackles. You must find an 85 overall or higher with 85 pass block O-lineman. Any O-lineman, you can run them out of position at tackle. You will get no penalty. They will block. These two here block just as well as my 98 overall left tackle and right tackle on the God squad.
That's so
against
insane.
A 98 overall team. You have to do that, though. You have to acknowledge the run meta. So you put all day on your tackle, or on whoever you're going to run at tackle. It doesn't have to be tackles. Obviously, I got Brooks there, right guard running at right tackle. And then on your halfback, you need to go with the other one. So just that's what you have to do, guys.
Love it. So to round out this budget beast team, first guys get the game first day, and they're able to assemble a team similar to this. They're picking up coins along the way. What do you have them do solo-wise, and who do you have them choose solo-wise for free premier items they can get just from offline play?
We touched upon it. You're gonna absolutely I think they're gonna force you through playing the ultimate kickoff solos, the assemble your team, ultimate trainers. Sorry, I'm just looking at it there. They're gonna force you to play those. All right. If you've got the game this weekend, the first thing you want to do with these Madden challenge solos, they're pretty easy. Then they'll give you like that Dion. They'll give you the option of picking the Deion Sanders or the Devin Hester. Take the Deion Sanders. Okay. So here we go. We're looking at it. So it's gonna force you to do. I think this is down a little bit, Director. Is it like ultimate kickoff first and foremost? Where is it? Or maybe it's up for you. It's up for me. Yeah, anyway. Assemble your team, it says. It's a little higher, I think. A little high. There it is. Those ones it'll force you to do first. Then you're going to do the NFL 100. Okay. Then you're going to do Madden Challenge. All right. And then probably Super Bowl and playoffs. And by that stage, you're gonna have to start like getting like tons of good. The great thing about the NFL 100 one is it'll give you a bunch of 84 overalls as well to fill out the team. So yeah, the 84s are gonna be nice for your depth positions. From the NFL 100 cards are probably the most important that you're gonna make a decision on. I believe you get to choose any of them. If you want to compete, if you want to be strictly competitive, I think Dickerson has to be the move. If you want the long term, if you want to look far into the future, Randy Moss, Deion Sanders are excellent choices as well. Or LT.
Or LT. Definitely Lawrence Taylor. So that's going to be kind of what you're looking forward to when you're getting into your solos. You're going to slowly start accumulating good players. Don't forget your gauntlet as well. That's going to be 2 excellent. I think they're 92 overall players at this phase. We may see a bump in these if we get another gauntlet with Series 5. And those guys, you've got your Derwin James, your Devin Whites. There's a ton of good options to choose from. And then you've even got some offensive linemen to choose from in there. So I like it, Trumpetmonkey, the budget beast team. And then you'll slowly grind getting good players from your solos and then getting more coins and continue to build the squad. It's impressive. Good work, my friend.
Hey, my pleasure. It's been good.
You guys in the comment section below, I want to know from the comments and you guys if there's any budget beasts that have stood out to you in head-to-head in competitive play, and let us know what they are in the comment section below, because who knows, there might be some diamond in the rough that could be added to this squad. But again, if you want this squad, if you want to get a MUT head team look at this squad, we'll put the link to this squad in the description below for you guys to reference while building your team. And good luck out there to anybody that's just picking up the game or wants to go on the cheap. This is a great way to become competitive without spending a lot of coin or cash.
Yes, sir. And thanks for watching, guys. That's a long episode, Director.
It's a long episode, but I think well worth it in the end. Guys, thank you so much for joining us in this episode of MUT Mud Force. We're excited to see what happens in Series 5. Super Bowl coming up, possibly Super Bowl present players or past or future or whatever coming up very soon. And then some excitement starting the NFL offseason, because that, as we know, is called Madden season. Trumpetmonkey, any last words for our audience here?
Shout out to Bear from the Madden Discord, Madden PC Discord community. Can confirm Clay Matthews gets multiple positions: middle linebacker, left end, right end, and left outside linebacker. I think I'm going to pick him up. He's got to be a middle linebacker on my team.
You go. Guys, thank you so much again for joining us. If you liked Mud Force, you want to see more, hit us up with a like and sub. Love to hear you guys' opinions and comments in the comment section below as well. We'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay frosty.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. me? I take my frosty chocolate vanilla or swirl. Mutt master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Saying Frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain.